Okay, so look. So normally I come on here and I talk all things true crime and I post all these true crime videos and true crime gossip, because really gossip is really where I shine. But look, every now and then a story comes out, like a piece of a story comes out that's not true crime related. I'm also crocheting while I'm sitting here because I'm finishing bunnies. Anyway, and I'm like, I need to tell the story, but it's not true crime it's not true crime related, but I still need to tell the story. And so we have a little series called Apropos of Nothing. And this, honey, is an apropos of nothing. And also you'll see like little puffs of smoke floating through. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I have like a diffuser working. So the house is not on fire. That's just my diffuser. So look, apropos of nothing, me talking too much. Now I know it is a shock to you, but I talk too much all the time, under all circumstances. But there was one time when I talked too much and it worked out good, it worked out bad. I will let you decide. And also, trigger warning, this is a birth story. It's not super graphic, but it is a birth story. And I do give details about what it's like to give birth by C-section, so govern yourselves accordingly. If you need to skip this one, child, I fully understand. So look. When I was pregnant with my first baby, I was like, I'm going to go all natural and I don't want any drugs and I'm going to just like effleurage and breathe and, you know, be fine through the whole thing. And then 23 hours in, I was like, oh Lord, just give me the drugs. So they gave me an epidural in my back, which I was like, okay, cool. Now, and I got some rest and let me relax. But then I started having all these complications, not related to the epidural, related to the fact that I had been in labor for 24 hours and I had enough and I was exhausted and dehydrated and whatever, right? So they tried this one last thing to like get the baby going and it doesn't work and the baby's heart rate starts crashing. So they did a rush C-section. It was super, super dramatic. All of this is covered in my episode of A Baby Story. Yes, I filmed that TV show, A Baby Story, for TLC. It was a super long time ago. So anyway, so when I had that first C-section, they already had the epidural on board. So they were like, okay, great. We can just go ahead and section her. We're just going to like do whatever they do. But it was such an emergency because they were afraid they were going to lose the baby that they just like took me in, put up a drape and then like cut me, right? No shaving, no whatever. Well, here's the thing with epidurals. My epidural I didn't notice that it was not working well when I was just like laying there in the room. But when I went into surgery, I started to realize that like my right side was totally numb, but my left side was like only partially numb. So I had a C-section where I was only partially numb and I started like screaming. It was very dramatic, whatever. It's like literally your worst nightmare, but apparently it's not that uncommon to have happen. Oh, I hope nobody pregnant is watching this. Anyway. So I'm like a hysterical wreck laying there on the table, only I'm strapped down and I can't move. And so they just gave me like a bunch of, I don't even know what. And it just like, I stopped screaming, but I didn't stop feeling pain. So I was laying there high, but uncomfortable. Not in excruciating pain or anything, but very much aware of what was going on below my waist. So after they took the baby out and things calmed down and they realized the baby was okay, they finished sewing me up and I was just like, okay, whatever. And then finally when they took the last clamp out, I went, oh, thank you. And my doctor was like, you could feel that? And I was like, uh-huh. So it was a mess. So, okay, cut to, I'm having my second baby and I'm hysterical. I'm like, I don't want an epidural. I don't want an epidural. Please don't give me an epidural. And so they were like, no, an epidural is going to be fine. Okay. I was like, just give me a general, please just give me a general anesthesia. And they were like, no, because all these reasons, whatever. But it's a scheduled C-section because I had a C-section the first time. And listen, these doctors in New Jersey, number one, they are quick to give you a C-section. Praise God. Some people are anti-C-section. I personally am very pro C-section. I've had 3 of them. Highly recommend. 4 stars. So anyway, they're like, okay, we're going to give you a spinal, but I'm still scared, right? Because of that first experience. And I was like, oh my God. And I had like gained a ton of weight during my second pregnancy. And so the lady who was doing my spinal was commenting on how fat I was and how like she couldn't find the whatever because I was too fat. So I'm like, wait. I'm half naked. I'm about to give birth. I'm in a surgical suite. I'm freezing cold. And this happened is fat shaming. I can't find it. And the doctor was like, it's a blind procedure, blah, blah, blah. So they are trying to calm me down and explain whatever, but I am hysterical, right? And so because I'm hysterical, I can't stop talking. Not just like I'm my normal, delightful, loquacious self. Cannot stop talking. Hysterical. And so the doctor was just like, no, Kathy, it's gonna be okay. And blah, blah, blah. I was like, just give me the gas. How come you can't give me the gas? So they finally get like the lady who's fat shaming me gets the thing in my back. And they're like, okay, it's in. So they lay me down and they're like doing whatever with my toes to make sure that I'm numb from the waist down. But I can like feel it, but not feel it. But I was so just like amped up and hysterical. I was like, I just want the gas. How come you won't give me the gas? I'm a wreck. Now, because it's taken so long to get the thing through all my fat, the doctor's now running 20 minutes behind. Well, you know what a surgeon does not want to be 20 minutes behind on his surgical schedule first thing in the morning. So they're like, are you numb yet? And like, they test me, is she numb? Do you think? I was like, I can feel it. Everything. I'm totally freaking out. And so finally they lay me down and they're talking to me, trying to calm me down. And I was like, I just want the gas. How come you won't give me the gas? I won't give the gas. And so finally, Dr. Susu, bless his heart, was just like, they lay me down. I won't shut up. I know it's shocking to you, but I just literally am not physically able to stop talking. I won't shut up. And finally, the doctor just goes, gas her. And I was like, later, I was like, oh shit, he was real tired of my mouth. But they put the thing over my mouth to give me the general. And I was like, they're like, okay, count backwards from 10. I was like, wait, I feel claustrophobic because I'm laying on my back. My boobs have like fallen up around my neck. They have a thing on my face. I'm still freaking out. They're like, you're getting the gas. I was like, I know, but is it supposed to smell like that? I don't think it's supposed to smell like that. Like, I was a wreck. So they were like, count backwards from 10. I was like, I don't know if I remember how to count. You know, all of them were like, this bitch. So the doctor was like, 10. I was like, what if it doesn't work? Oh my God. He's like, 9. And I was like, oh my God. Out. Next thing I know, they were like, Kathy, here's your baby. So I was like, okay. I have my baby. Where's my baby? Where's lunch? I want to eat. Like, still a wreck. Still a mess. Okay. Cut to baby number 3. Now, baby number 3, film for a baby story. So they like have to have me awake because they're filming it, right? And this is what you don't see behind the scenes on a baby story. They wheel me in. They decide to give me the epidural. No, they decide to give me a spinal. I'm not that excited about the spinal because I had a spinal before and the heifer kept talking about how fat I was. And because of nerves and because of whatever else, I start upchucking. Can't stop gagging and puking and whatever. Although I haven't had anything because I know I'm having surgery. I am a wreck. I'm a real estate agent though, right? And the doctor who has seen me low these 9 months knows that A, I'm a chatty Cathy, and B, I like to talk about real estate. So I'm like a wreck. They can't get the thing in my back. And I'm just like, they're like, Kathy, calm down. Kathy, calm down. I can't calm down. So finally, I start crying. And I'm hysterical crying. Well, when you're hysterical, ugly crying while 9 months pregnant, while sitting on a table, while a film crew is waiting outside, there's a lot of pressure on everybody in the room and they can't get me to calm down. And now I'm crying. And so the doctor goes, Dr. Costa Susu, bless his heart. He's just like, Kathy, I'm thinking about buying a house. How many bedrooms? And as soon as I said, how many bedrooms? I sat totally still. They got the thing in my back. They swing me around. They lay me back. And I was like, no, seriously, how many bedrooms? So I'm laying there on the table and they have the film crew in and they're doing whatever. And the anesthesiologist, Dr. Parks, is like, oh, I'm thinking of moving too. And I'm like, really? Here in Bergen County or someplace else? Why am I laying on the table about to give birth? The film crew's coming through the door, getting set up, and I'm trying to get everybody's stats. What's your budget? How much are you thinking of spending? Because listen, above all else, I am a businesswoman. And if you saw my episode of Baby Story, which I hope you didn't because you can see I'm a back fat, I did not enjoy that part of it. I mean, you ain't seen nothing else, but you did see back fat. And I was like, oh, the back fat. Anyway, you see that while I was in the hospital, I had my baby by C-section at like 10:30 on a Wednesday morning. By 2 o'clock, I was on calls closing deals because I bitch had bills. You see me in there having a baby. I made like $3,000 from a hospital bed. That was just a rental, but still, I was just like, yeah. And so they were like, the nurses were like, "Are you on a business class?" Like, shh, can you just leave the baby right there? I'll be there in a minute. Yes, it's a basement apartment, but it does have 3 bedrooms. The kitchen is really updated. A mess. So if nothing else, I am dedicated to whatever else I'm doing. So that's your little apropos of nothing. a mess, child. Okay, look, I should have been in the shower like 5 minutes ago. So I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. Bye.